Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So today's reading is one that I haven't done in a while, and that is, how does your specific person's friends feel about you? Or how do they view you, see you, whatever wants to come out, okay? Your specific person, the one you came to the reading for, romantic interest. How do their friends feel? What do they think about you? So first off, I just want to say that my readings are meant to provide clarity and guidance, and the focus will be on your best interest, even if it's not what you expect to hear, okay? I think my regulars know that, so welcome back regulars, and if you're new here, welcome, okay? Please consider liking and subscribing as it supports the channel and keeps me coming back to do more readings for you guys. So I'm going to use charms to help you to choose, if you want to choose from the thumbnail timestamps or your intuition. Feel free to do that, of course, or some combination of thereof, but I just like to do this as well. So let's do a time for group one. Oh, so maybe you're in love. Maybe you're in love. Maybe you're in a relationship, you're in love, or your person's in love with you. We've got the heart here. Maybe Valentine's Day has some significance, or that period of time around there. So February-ish. Somebody could be in Aquarius, have that strong in their chart, don't have to, okay? I'm also getting somebody's like a patriot or very American. I'm getting like 4th of July. Somebody could have been born around the 4th of July because I'm hearing that song, Yankee Doodle Dandy, born on the 4th of July. So Cancerian energy. And that makes sense here. And I'm not looking at the charms, but it's kind of hard not to keep them right under me because of the lack of space. This is Aladdin from from Aladdin. This is Aladdin from, what's the name of that movie? Aladdin. And, you know, I did say Cancerian energy. He was actually, the drawing of Aladdin, this character was inspired off of Tom Cruise, or Tom Cruise's looks, and he is a Cancer. Also born very close to the 4th of July. I believe it was the 6th, July 6th. I could be wrong. Anyway, bottom line, Aladdin. So maybe his character, that movie, that situation resonates with you. And finally, for group 2, we got another. Okay, I swear I didn't do that. You can see I have a ton of charms here. So it could have been any charm, but it wanted to be hers. So maybe there's a story. So maybe you're going to feel drawn to both group 2 and group 3. As I read, I'll let you know what I think, if they are connected. More than likely they are. A lot of times the different groups are connected. So pause the video if you need more time. Again, this is Jasmine from Aladdin. So if you're attracted to her for some reason, you identify with her or hear for someone like that, most who watch are feminines looking for a masculine or watching for a masculine energy, but regardless of what you identify as, this is her energy coming out. So I'm really drawn to the color blue, which means serenity, mental clarity, compassion. So those keywords could resonate as you or your person or what you're desiring. But pause the video if you need more time. We're going to get started with the heart over here, group 1. And no, I do not know what sign what sign Jasmine is, okay? What comes to mind is Virgo, not because her character is that necessarily. She gives Aries vibes more than anything, but you know, it could be any sign. Getting that sassy energy, it feels more fiery though. Welcome group 1, thanks for tuning into your reading. So we're going to start off with pulling some actual like messages from our little message bag. I normally would put it in a tissue box, but I've decided not to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it from the plastic bag I have it stored in, and these are going to be, you know, statements about, you know, what their friends would say to them, or what they say rather to their friends about you. So we're going to look at it twofold, right? We're going to look at what their friends say about you, what they think about you, how they view you, but also what your person is telling their friends, okay? Because I believe that is the angle from which these were designed. So go ahead and think about your person of interest, what you want to know, and in terms of, you know, what they might say to their friends. So for those who are watching group 1, those who chose group 1, what do they say to their friends about group 1? Let's get another one. What do they say to their friends about group 1? And this one's starting to come out, so we'll take it. Okay, everything I do it with them in mind. Okay, so I'm getting somebody could be named Adam, or have first initial Brian, or have B as an initial. And then we've got I've never felt this way before. Exclamation point. Wow. So that's why it came out the heart, right? That makes sense for you, group 1. And we got the heart. That's a big statement. It's a, we think of hearts. We think of feelings, emotions, love. And what's the last statement? What kind of future would we have together? So there's that doubt. There usually is some sort of crux, rubbing point, point of conflict in the story, and that seems to be it. So we'll dig in, see what else comes out, but what kind of future would we have together? So these are the things that your person is saying, or might be saying, because it's, a general reading, it's tarot, it's, so everything I do it with them in mind. You, viewer, I've never felt this way before, and what kind of future would we have together? So those are the things coming out, what they say to their friends. Now, let's get into how their friends view you. So let me find the deck that I prefer today. And if this doesn't resonate so far, maybe it will later. You're here for a reason, so there's a message. But if you'd like a private reading, it's $1 for 5 minutes over on Keen, linked down below, or you can get a video recorded reading from me. That's also linked down below. Come on, you. Come on, you. There we go. So their person, or rather your person's friends, like, how do they view you? How do they see you? Do they like you? Do they dislike you? Do they, what do they what do they think about you? How do they see you? So your person's friend, group 1's person of interest friend, or friends. It can be an individual friend or just the friend's collective energy toward you. We've got the 8 of Wands, okay? And another one here. Ooh, and we've got the Devil. So you could be a Capricorn or a fire sign, have that strong in your chart. You could be a Sagittarius on the cusp of Capricorn with that fiery energy as well, but you don't have to be. I'm also getting Virgo energy again, and 6, so being born on the 6th of the month, or having that life path or it in your numbers somehow. And 6 is about, community. So maybe you guys know each other through friends, socializing out and about. 8 of Wands is a fast-moving, busy energy. So that could also be how they see you. Maybe you're dating around. I have to be honest, group 1, I don't feel like these people really view you like they're a big fan of yours. They might think that you date around regardless if you do or not, because the 8 of Wands, there's a number of wands here. It's talking about an abundance of passion. So it can talk about like having multiple options. And or being fast moving, very passionate. So maybe your friend, your person of interest, especially if you've been physical with this person, has told them something, hinted about the passion the two of you share, because that's what that's about. And 8 of Wands is very fast moving, very passionate, and the Devil is passionate, but to an excess, right? It's almost like an obsessive energy. So they could even think or perceive you as an obsessive person, whether you're being that way towards your person or not. And again, it doesn't mean that you're that way unless you identify with that. But what are we here for? We're here to see, what their friends think about you, how they view you. For some of you, if you're in separation from this person, the person of interest, they feel like this person is more peaceful without you, or there's more harmony without you. I have to be honest, because of the energy here, right? So, yeah, now, not to be scary to anybody that doesn't understand tarot, it's not saying that, you're the devil. But it is saying that there are some complications or obsessive or excessive tendencies or bad habits, or just maybe being, too fixated, being passionate. We can see that your person from their statements really likes you a lot and potentially loves you, depending on how long you've been together or dealing with each other. And so that would say that, this person feels maybe that your person's obsessed with you, but it is about an excessive amount of passion. I mean, that's pretty obvious from the cards. We've got a lot of red going on here, which is about passion, vitality, courage. So those could be descriptors that this person would use, or their friends would use to describe you. Now, for a very odd few, you could actually be living at a distance from this person, because 8 of Wands can be about travel. But I am taking it more like this. They feel like you are someone that is, very fast. Maybe you move quickly. Maybe you're a runner, you're a jogger. Maybe you change your mind a lot. You're a quick talker. You're changeable. It could also be talking about like communication. If you've recently been in communication with your person, they're viewing you as somebody that your person, you know, talks to. You could be in the earlier talking stages, but this person, again, like really likes you. And they just feel like you are dynamic, like there's more to you than meets the eye. There's a lot of different levels to who you are. And again, I'm getting this energy of communication, talking, and being kind of like a maverick energy, and just having a lot going on in your life. So feeling like you're enthusiastic, you're eager with regard to your person of interest. Maybe just enthusiastic in general. You can come across that way. So if they've never met you, then obviously, you know, this is based on what your person has told them. But if they've never met you, then it's curious that you're at the reading, because this would indicate that they know something about you, or they've met you in order for them to have formed an opinion about you. But again, it can be something that your person has indicated about you. And they do find you, like if they have met you especially, they think you're very attractive. You can see Salma Hayek on the card. So that is saying like she's very sexy, she's very attractive, a little bit dangerous, right? She's a vampire. I think this is Dusk Till Dawn. That's what this card is based on, I believe. And so alluring, you know, having a powerful and captivating presence. You could have very bold and striking features. You could have an air of confidence about you. Confidence is very sexy, is very attractive. You know, even if you are more to yourself and not quite as out there, but I feel like you guys are like extroverts, or they perceive you that way. You do come across as very sensual. So I'm getting like that water earth energy. And they feel like you are very magnetic, you're attractive. You could be a little bit overwhelming or intimidating as well. They could also see you as being a bit materialistic, or just that you dress very nicely, or you like quality things, or you have money, like you come across that way. And you can kind of trigger people's insecurities or their shadow self, because your energy is intense and kind of hypnotic, but also a reflection with that double energy of being a little bit dark, a little bit yin. Well, a lot that way. Which can be a mirror for others to kind of like focus on some of the things that maybe they don't like about themselves through contrast or comparing themselves to you, or just some other thing that you would know about. Maybe you drink too much, for example. You don't have to, but there's something there that is a little bit, you know, excessive, that reminds them of the areas where they're a bit excessive, and they could feel like you draw their friend in, your person in, that you're intoxicating, that you're a little, you know, like I said, a little dangerous. That there is some sort of darker aspect to your personality, which if you've ever met or been close to a Capricorn, hashtag not all Capricorns, then you would see, like you would understand that a lot of times they will come across, like I noticed that with many of the Capricorns who call me for readings, that they will come across as bubbly and, you know, outgoing, or I described one Capricorn that I used to work with as being friendly but not warm, okay? And so coming across it that way. But then if you do or say something that steps on their toes, you know, they're always a little bit on the edge, some of them, not all of them, to where they'll snap at you, and they'll really see that negative side come out. And it's kind of surprising, because it's such like a flip, you know? So I'm just saying that that's an example of maybe the darker energy that they perceive in you, whether it's there or not. But they kind of like feel like, yeah, you're this way, and you're pleasant and lovely, but there's something about you that's got an edge. And I don't feel like they're entirely sure about that. But one thing they do know is that like you're very attractive and alluring. Okay. So where do the friends see this going between you and your person of interest? And I'm being guided to shuffle again. And I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Interrupted for a reading. So what was I saying? We're going to find out where your person's friends think that your relationship is headed. Like this connection, where is it headed according to them? Okay, we got one card that's flying out. We've got Four of Swords. Okay. Alright, we've also got the Judgment coming out. So somebody could be a Scorpio, have 2 in their numbers, 4 in their numbers, or 6. We've got 6 again. We've also got conflict and growth. Okay. We've also got travel again, bottom deck energy with the Six of Swords, which can also talk about escape or moving forward. Somebody could be leaving a bad situation behind. So if this relationship is a bad situation and you are fully aware of that, as in, some of the negatives of the Devil card that I spoke on, the addictive tendencies, things of that nature, yeah, for not, if you're going to be honest, as I am on my channel, that could be meaning that one or both of you is going to part ways for a time. The Four of Swords backs it up because it does talk about going within, taking a rest or a break from something, especially if you guys fight or have conflicts. Okay, those conflicts can help you grow. Relationships evolve over time and things, and they teach lessons. So then it would make sense that maybe there needs to be a break here, a truce, something along those lines. But it feels more like a break. You could be on one. Their friends could think that you're on one. They could think that you guys are going to leave this connection if it's a toxic or bad connection. But it just depends on the circumstances. So it does feel like, again, going within, emotional retreat, somebody like shutting down emotionally, and it could be you or whoever it is, because I feel like the judgment is about making a decision. It's about seeing the writing on the wall, having to face the music, having to get off the fence, right? Make a decision. The good thing about the judgment is it means that better days are ahead. So that matches the Six of Swords energy of going towards better days, better times ahead. And so it's like whenever we see the judgment in the outcome, in this case is like the second card in the outcome. So it could be a while off. You're going to feel really good about whatever decision is made here. And so you're going to like the outcome, right? With that, because it's, ultimately, making a decision and getting off the fence and saying like whether we're going to stick this out together or whether we're going to say, hey, it was fun, let's be friends, or let's just move on. In making the decision, you take your power back, right? Instead of hemming and hawing, that's a waste of time. It gets draining. So there's clarity coming and a wake-up call coming. So they could feel like, there's going to be a wake-up call in the future, that maybe you guys are on a break, but then there's going to be some sort of a breakthrough. That can be another chance or starting over, or both, depending on, again, circumstances. So if this is in the Devil energy, as I talked about, then somebody could be shutting down, or it could have to do with, not knowing where things are, because the judgment is about dying on the vine, right? It threatens or warns of dying on the vine, like people being indecisive, and then if they are straddling the fence for too long, then like whatever fruits were on the vine, whatever was good about the relationship is just going to wither up and die because nobody is taking action, nobody's doing anything or making that decision. So somebody could be going within, your person or their friends think that, that's what's happening or will happen. So, but whatever the case is, you're meant to take good care of yourself and put yourself first, and take care of your health and everything like that. So they think it's going towards, I'm hearing singledom. So if you guys are a couple, then they think it's going to break up, or you guys are going to be single. If you're still single, they think that's going to continue. They think that there's a break coming, even if it's not a permanent break or break up. They feel like that that there needs to be refreshment here, so that you guys can jump into the relationship again, or just jump into life again. So that's how they're feeling about their friend, and that's how they're seeing this relationship with you. That's how they're seeing you, okay? So let's get some, I want to see, kind of what kind of relationship this is, because I haven't done, this isn't a 5-card spread, which I like to do on my channel, where we look like at the overall energy of the relationship, your feelings towards each other, the situation right now. This isn't what we're doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull a card for clarification on, kind of how they see, like more about how the friends see this and how they see the situation. We've got a lot on that already, though, in terms of like where they see this going, like in the future. But we're going to see where they think it's at, like right now, or anything else that the viewers need to know. So how do the friends see this relationship for group 1? How do group 1's friends see this relationship right now? We've got what a catch, an ideal partner or mate, abundant self-esteem, value. The answer is yes, marriage material. Okay, So maybe you're waiting for this person to commit further to you. Maybe it's the other way around. They see like this break not being permanent. They see, for a lot of you watching, that the storyline is that that judgment is going to take place. Then there's going to be a breakthrough that results in you guys making a decision. And like I said, that's going to be a happy decision. Now, there could be a break before that. Four of Swords is going within, taking a rest, kind of contemplating on things. And then there's that breakthrough. So sometimes it happens in relationships, right? Where things aren't going well, or they're going okay, but, you know, it's stagnating, or there's something, you know, that needs to be answered, a question or clarity needed. And in this case, it's like, and then people part ways, or they take a break from one another, and then, you know, then somebody has an epiphany, like, I don't want to be apart from this person, or I see things differently now, or I've got the clarity that I need to make that decision. And they feel like, you know, the decision's going to be about commitment. They see you as their friend's ideal partner, and with the heart that matches that, in terms of like having deep feelings for you, love for you. And they also see the situation as having value and being like, you being marriage material. So maybe it's your person in the devil energy, but I'm getting, honestly, that if this is your reading, for a lot of you, that is both of you guys. Maybe you're obsessed with each other, maybe, you know, it's very physical, but it does feel like, you know, if ever this felt like it was being strung along, or, you know, was simply strictly physical, the friends at least don't see that. They see you as being a catch in this relationship, as having a lot of potential for real commitment, and or deepening of commitment going forward. So what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. If you'd like to stick around for groups 2 and 3, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, it's $1 for 5 minutes on Keen, or a private reading from me, video recorded. And you can look me up on Keen as well. But this is what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. All right, welcome group 2. So if you chose Aladdin, this is your reading. So some of you feel like the scenario is kind of this way. Maybe you and your person didn't get along right away. For some odd few, you didn't even like each other at first. So maybe you're identifying a little bit with this, and then you guys realize that, you know, you do have feelings, or deeper feelings, for each other than realized, and or your person, especially if the masculine, could be feeling that as well. Like maybe they're wild and carefree, but then they start to see things differently. So let's get a message from your person's friends. And, oh, okay, back up. This is a message from your person. Like, this is what they tell their friends about you. This is what they say to their friends about you. And then we'll get into how the friends see you. So, again, not looking, but pulling, like, group 2, their person of interest. What have they told their friends about group 2? One more. Okay, she's temperamental, but who am I to judge? And that makes sense. You know, Aladdin's partner is Jasmine. She's fiery, she's temperamental. So we've got Temperance energy. Sagittarius could be strong in somebody's chart. It doesn't have to be. Also, again, some Capricorn and Libra energy here as well for me. And we've got, I don't know how to fix things between us, or if I even can. So there's something that needs to be fixed. Maybe this person judged you before. Maybe they just, you know, like relate to your temperamentalness because that's something that they have within themselves that they've overcome, or they're chill and you're not, okay? Or vice versa, because energies can be interchangeable. But there's something here that needs to be fixed in their opinion, and they don't know if they can fix it. I think she could be the one, okay? So this is what they're telling their friends about you. She's temperamental, but who am I to judge? I don't know how to fix things between us, or even if I can, and I think she could be the one. Or he, if you're here for a man or a masculine, most are not. But that could be the case. So let me find my next deck that I want to play with for you guys. Trying to decide here which one would be best, and which one is calling me the most. Yeah, my hands are going to last unicorn deck. Getting water sign energy here, and some fire, and I'm getting some naivete or a new beginning. This could be a newer connection. So this person could be premature in saying that I think they could be the one, but it could be that, you know, you guys are broken up, split. This could be an ex, you know, it could be anybody, lots of different people watch. Bottom line though, I am getting like this sense of newness, reaching out, potential communication, an affectionate gesture, a gift, but also just kind of not knowing how to do that and how to have a passionate new beginning or start a new cycle within a relationship. Kind of some naivete or not knowing how to do that. So, one more time. All right, for those who chose a group 2, how do group 2's person's friends, that's a mouthful, group 2's person's friends view, see, feel about group 2? How do they see, view, feel about group 2? What do we need to know about that right now? Okay, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, so this could be somebody that you work with. This could be somebody you met through work, met through school, or that you work well with. So that's what's coming through with that. And let's get one more card here. Are we just, yeah, we're just taking it off the top. You're coming across a strong earth sign energy. So you could have Mars in Capricorn. You could be wealthy, have a lot of money, be a leader at your job. You could be a masculine. Or this person could be your boss, or could have been, and like this could be talking about your person, somebody that's kind of like the pillar of the community, somebody that has a lot of friends, and somebody that is very serious, very solid, but also has a sense of humor, gets along well with others. And this person are their friends, because it could be an individual friend or a group of friends. If it's a group of friends, then this is their collective energy toward you and how they're viewing you. And they see you, they do see you as a social person who has friends, okay? And again, your friends could be your coworkers, or they could see it that way. And there is this real kind of like the earthy energy. It's about the realms of work, money, home. So they could see you as being somebody that works very hard, somebody that's achieved quite a lot, or is achieving something. If you identify as King of Coins, you've already achieved quite a lot in the material world, in the 3D realm, okay? So that's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. But in terms of how they see you beyond what I've already said, is that they see you as somebody that's very skilled at what you do, somebody that gets along with others, know how to work with others, somebody that is excellent at your trade, your craft. Some of you are tradesmen or tradeswomen, business women as well, work in finance potentially, work with money. They really see you through that earthy lens, and that you're really an expert. You really applied yourself to become really good at something. So it could be something they've observed, something they've heard through, you know, your person of interest. Obviously, they have to know something about you for you to be watching this reading, right? To know, for them to even have an opinion about you. So you could have a degree as well, higher level degree, doesn't matter, associates, bachelor's, master's. It could just be talking about you just being very smart is what I'm getting to. But very practical as well, and that whenever they've seen you, that you seem very focused. I mean, just look at his eyes, he's kind of side-eyeing, he's focused on something, he's looking straight at you here. And so they really look at you as somebody that's trying to get ahead in the world and has already gone ahead to a large extent, and that you're cooperative, you're a team player, and just that you're excellent at whatever you do. And that whatever you do requires a lot of skill, and it could be even, again, I'm getting that energy being very intelligent but also very creative, so like architecture, engineering, or that they think that you would be good at those things. So their opinion is coming across as very high towards you, group 2. So they really see you as someone like important, and somebody very strong, very responsible, somebody that's achieved, like I said, something very grounded. You have a very grounded approach to life, and you command respect. Like your energy commands respect. It's not demanding respect where you're like Rumpelstiltskin and pounding your foot like, you will respect me. You're not that kind of person in their perception. It's more like you're commanding, right? Your boss energy. And a boss babe, because I feel like some of you are really attractive as well in their opinion. Or in general, like I'm just saying from their opinion, right? Because that's what we're asking about. There's something solid about you, something reliable about you, okay? Something, like maybe you have been through with this person through thick and thin. So maybe this person is kind of, they're more of the Aladdin energy, is what I'm getting, because Aladdin's a free spirit, and this person is more grounded. Or how they view you as more grounded. And those two, opposites attract in that way. And the Three of Pentacles can talk about opposites attracting as well, because people are different, but they're complementary. In other words, they bring different things to the table, but it works, because where one is strong, the other is weak, and vice versa. So it's kind of like that's the energy coming through. But really, like, you're more of the rock, this person's more of the kite. So they just, you could be a manager. It's really a focus on your strategic thinking, the way you think, the way you handle things, like you make sound decisions, you're practical, you're grounded, you're down to earth. So lots of earthy energy here. Some of you are Aries with strong earth placements, or earth with strong Aries, or Gemini. Getting really like cusp Aries, I was gonna say Libra and Leo, so maybe you're that, but cusp Aries and Taurus. Okay, so where do they see this going, the friends? Where your person of interest, friends, see this relationship going that you have with your person? Okay, we've got the Fool, Aquarius energy. So it's nothing settled, right? Nothing settled. That's what they see it going. They see that it's going to require faith for this relationship to progress, that it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun and an adventure. It's going to be like this energy of Aladdin, like I was talking about, more of like a fun, up and down, kind of free-spirited relationship that, has a lot of, it's hopeful, so it has possibilities, right? This is the beginning of the cycle. The Fool is like the very beginning of the cycle. So if there's a new beginning needed, or this is a newer relationship especially, then they see this as the beginning of the cycle. And as such, it's going to be an adventure, because when you start something new, it is an adventure, right? And you can appear a fool, but you have to be willing to appear foolish in order to get good at something. So I really feel like this is more talking about your person of interest energy and how it relates to your energy, because you've already come across as practical, grounded, but yes, it can be the other way around depending. So this is, though, I'm reading as your person's energy, and they also where it's going. So it's going to require faith. It's going to be like fools rush in kind of vibe. Why do fools fall in love? That song. And maybe you can be really smart in the practical realm, the business realm, but maybe not as smart when it comes to love, which is not uncommon. People aren't perfect, or the relationships combined energy is, one that's lacking savvy, but it's fearless, but it's kind of like, see how he's not looking over the ledge. He's about to walk over the ledge because he's busy juggling, busy having a good time, busy doing his thing, and then he doesn't even realize how close he's coming to danger, how close, so that's kind of like the relationship here. So it really does require, like, if you resonate with that, this is like saying take off the rose-colored glasses, which I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, so it's coming through again, about this person, and see them, for who they are, including their faults, and then only then can you really know if this is the right person for you. And they could be thinking that, about your person as well. This person could be a crush. They could also be, kind of like eccentric, like that Aladdin energy, maybe a little bit goofy, like a man-child, and or you, manic pixie, but again, you came across as the more earthy, down to earth energy in these people's opinions of you. So the thing with this, though, is that it's a lot of fun. You guys could have a lot of fun in the bedroom as well. Be very inventive. But this can be a disorganized relationship. It can be immature or underdeveloped. They see it continuing to be that way, but having potential. But whoever's the more grounded one could become the mom or the dad or the parent, and they could see that happening, okay? Also, they could see that maybe somebody appears more innocent than they are, and so you want to keep an eye on that if that ever intuitively hits you about this person. Are they trying to come across as more innocent than they are to get away with something, that kind of thing. I'm not getting like it's negatively necessarily a bad thing, but this person could be a bad boy. He's a bad boy, right? He settles down when he finds the right person, but Aladdin's a bad boy, basically. in terms of just like being a heartbreaker, being attractive but unwinnable, busy, like doing his thing, right? Just flying by the seat of his pants, you know, even if he didn't mean to intend to hurt anybody, then he would do that if the person was like, say, an earth sign, grounded energy, you know, or had that energy that I want to settle down with somebody there for the long term. And then we've got this fool energy. So somebody that maybe just thinks, oh, you know, whatever, the devil may care, but I don't, because I just trust in the universe that everything's going to be handled. And, you know, a lot of times with that optimism, you know, they're right. You know, optimism breeds like positive outcomes, but they could take it too far. And you could end up becoming like the parent to this person. So look out for those red flags, those tendencies. Are you really that compatible? I'm getting Taurus and Aquarius energy, and so I'm feeling like, though, there could be some red flags in the future, or these people feel like you're gonna see those red flags, or there will be red flags, and maybe, you know, you need to step back. Like if you're being too reliable, for example, and this person isn't reciprocating the same, then they think that, you know, you're either going to step back or you're one of those people that's going to need to step back, because this is a dance that you're meant to both enjoy, and it's not something that you can force. And the best thing to do when somebody is not matching your energy is to take a step back and let them come forward, let them do some of the heavy lifting. So maybe they know their friend better than you, and that they feel like this is the pattern for their friend, they've seen it before. And so we did see a problem, like, or a potential problem here with your person saying they don't know if they can fix things between the two of you, yet they have like this faith that this is good and that potentially you could be the one for them. So I just want to look at one more card. Yeah, see the Fool and the Knight of Cups, Justice at the bottom of the deck, talking about seeing the truth, making a judgment, making a decision, doing the right thing, and balance, making things balanced, keeping things balanced. So balance is going to be huge here if it's not already, to prevent King of Coins from being the father figure or the mother figure to the Fool. But the Fool's got romantic intentions towards you, not terribly consistent though with that Knight of Cups energy, because the Knights come in and out. And I think that you both, I mean, I definitely feel with the spiritual nature of the Fool and just intuitively that, and what the person said too, you know, that you could be the one that you both feel like regardless of what happens, this is I'm hearing valid, but also it's a strong relationship, but you're both going to be happy regardless of what happens. So this person's looking at this as, I have feelings for them that could be the one, very romantic notions. The Knight of Cups can say things like that and mean them in the moment, but then get distracted because it's still a younger energy regardless of their age, a not ready energy entire. It's not King of Cups, right? So, I'm just kind of letting you know, like, this is what their friends think, where their friends think this is going. They could even think that your person's going to keep, you know, their options open, and yet they still think that, you know, you have a way of handling this person that maybe they haven't seen before, and that they can see the significance and the importance of the relationship and how you guys are important to each other. Like, they do feel that. They do see that. But it's just a matter of, like, how's this fool going to behave? You know, how's this fool going to behave? How's this fool going to behave in the future, right? So I'm going to do for you what I did for group 1 and get a card on kind of like how they view the relationship so far, a little bit more information. And if this reading's resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. It keeps me coming back to do more readings for you guys. And if you'd like a private reading, that contact information is below the video in the description box, okay? So let's find out, how do their friends feel about, view the relationship between group 2 and group 2's person. How do they view it? Abandonment. Okay. So fear, abandonment issues are affecting the relationship. Ghosting, forgive, especially yourself. So that would go along with, I don't know how to fix things. If this person's abandoned the situation, walked away from it, or they have a tendency to, like I mentioned the word pattern earlier, so maybe you've seen this before with the person, like their person, maybe they think maybe this could be different, but most of them for the most part, think that, this fool's probably going to wander away. Now, could they feel that way about you? If you're the free spirit, yeah, they could feel like you're the one that's going to wander away. As romantic as whoever the Knight of Cups is, and however much he feels in the moment, and however good his intentions are, there is this feeling like there's something to do with abandonment here. Somebody has abandonment issues that will or does affect the relationship. There could be ghosting taking place, and there's a need to forgive oneself, you know, for putting themselves in a position where that could happen, you know. So this is what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, group 2. I appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button and subscribe to support the channel. If you'd like that $1 for 5 minutes on Key, link down below. Otherwise, you can order a private video reading from me, also linked down below. Stick around for group 3. Group 3, if you feel guided to, remember at the start I thought maybe group 2 and group 3 were more connected, but you know, that's yet to be seen. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you for watching. All right, group 3, thanks for tuning into your reading. So, you chose Jasmine, and we're first going to start off with, you know, messages that will tell us what your person of interest has said to their friends about you. So, what are they telling their friends about you? For group 3, what is group 3's person telling their friends about group 3? Every time. I need a bigger desk. I'm trying to make myself a better man for her. Or him, depending on who's watching. Like I always say, more females or feminines watch. But I am trying to make myself a better man for her. I'm tired of just looking at her online. I need to make a move. So this person is watching you online, evidently. Watching you from a distance. And just essentially tired of not making a move. Maybe feeling like they're not good enough. I need liquid courage to send this text. So your person could drink, smoke, something along the lines where they feel like they need a little help, right? They need some help. They're not feeling brave enough to send you a text or to reach out. So this person is wanting to get in contact with you, but they are not feeling like they can. So basically, I'm trying to make myself a better man for her. I'm tired of just looking at her online. I need to make a move. I need liquid courage to send this text. So if that resonates, cool. Stick around for the rest of the reading. Otherwise, you're here for a reason, so there's likely a message for you. You can always choose a different group, but we'll see what else comes out. So the next deck I'm going to use is this one. Let's get this one here. Now, how do their friends view you? Whether we're talking about individual friends or the collective energy of their friends toward you. I'm getting a card coming out here. We got the Six of Wands, fire sign energy. So the friends could be fire sign. They could see you that way. I already said that I feel like Jasmine's got strong fire in her chart. Could be born in the year of the monkey, rat, or dragon, but regardless, alright, one more time. Getting some air sign energy as well. Venus in Aquarius, one of the less favorable placements, hashtag not all Venus in Aquarius. Gemini 2, Taurus, Gemini cusp, Gemini Cancer cusp. Just throwing those energies out there for those that know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you guys, I'll explain in a moment here. Okay, so How do they view group 3? Wow. Maybe you've turned your back on this person. Don't have to have. But it could also be like somebody that's very social, very expressive. You could work in a field where you are on the stage, a platform. Like they're viewing you kind of like a star. I'm getting Aquarius energy. This is Sagittarius Capricorn energy. This is basically saying like they think you're very beautiful. You could be very shapely. You could have a very nice figure. You could have red hair or just whatever the card is showing that could be like resembling you. Doesn't have to, but for some of you out there that can be the case. What else can we discern from the card here? If they know the word or term twin flame, they could think that you're this person's twin flame or their match is what I'm hearing. Higher level soulmate. This could be somebody that you're married to or have been in a committed relationship with if you haven't, if it's not the case so far. Somebody that it's ending with, but everything is all's well that ends well, or you're ending a cycle. So it feels like you guys have, been around the block with this person and now that cycle is ending and a new one's about to begin. So they could have graduated, got a promotion, and they know about that, through their friend, obviously. Obviously, these people have some impression of you for you to be at the reading. So this is their impression. This is what they think about you. So this is the best card in the deck. It's really, really good. And they just feel like you're content, you're happy in your own skin. Okay? They feel like you are also very accomplished. Some of you could be older than this person or more mature than that, your person of interest or these people. But they feel like you're just happy with yourself, like you're mature and not in a stuffy way. I know sometimes I say that and I feel like people think that's like a stuffy way or something. No, I think it's something you aspire to. I think it's a good thing, right? Because in that you find peace, right? And peace is the most important thing. It's the key. So they feel like in some way that you appear peaceful. Also, some of you have a really good complexion as well, very beautiful skin, and they notice that. They also feel like you're very insightful, and they can really use both sides of your brain at the same time, which really does make me believe that what I already know. It's just confirmation that a lot of you are, or most of you are female, because in the brain we have, two sides to the brain, right? The left side and the right side. One side's more logical, one side's more creative. We associate logic with the masculine. We associate creative with the feminine, but in the female brain we have the corpus callosum, which is a bridge that connects both sides, the logic and the creative side of the brain, making you able to integrate new information in a different way, more holistically, okay? Because it's thicker in the female than it is in the male. Not to, impugn or put down any males, but I'm just saying that's how they look at you. Like they see you in your feminine glory. They see you as somebody that is able to really see things differently, and that maybe you've had a lot of life experiences. In fact, I'm sure you have with this world energy. Maybe you were from another country, you're well traveled, but they think that you have been able to really integrate new information and make sense of things on a deeper level. So they feel like you're a deep person. They also feel like you're stable, and that you don't let your feelings get the better of you. Like you could be removed from this person, you could be at a distance from them, or you just don't let people get you down. So, yeah. So if some of the friends ever got on your nerves, it's like some of them could actually think that maybe you think you're too good for them, or you're better than them, or they could agree like, yeah, she's too good for us. Maybe even too good for your person of interest in some cases. Like we did see the message that came out earlier. I'm trying to make myself a better man for her, so that would indicate they're trying to be on your level, and you're already at the highest level there is, according to them. And so they also feel like you're grounded as well. Okay, so definitely getting like this ability to mediate, like a good diplomat. Getting Taurus Libra energy. Also some strong Taurus for some reason, where you're able to really kind of bring peace to a situation. And I guess like Taurus and Libra makes sense because they're ruled by Venus. Venus is about harmony and peace, so that's like the highest vibration of those signs. And they feel like you just have this kind of global understanding, this interconnectedness, like this worldly idealism, but like in a grounded way, because you've seen a lot and you've like integrated a lot and you've made sense of a lot and you've kind of made peace with things. You have a broad perspective, so seeing the big picture. So I am getting that Jupiterian energy of Sagittarius, and also Pisces, because that's Jupiter, historic ruler of Pisces. So yeah, they just feel like you kind of like understand things in a larger way, and so really have you up on a pedestal, really think very well of you, and think you're, especially attractive, and maybe too good for them or their friend. Let's see what else. Okay. So they could think that you are watching them, watching their friend as well. Okay. And also, since the world is about the end of a cycle and pages are about the beginning of a cycle, they could see you now like you have reached the top of your profession or just really evolved to another level, and life is never done evolving. And so they could see you starting something new. Maybe as a student, maybe as a lifelong learner. Again, this is maybe something, their friend told them, but I get, we've got the Page of Swords as being the spy of the deck, but he's not quite the spy he thinks he is, because he's not the King of Swords, right? So, but just observant, like if ever you were in the same room with these people, they notice that you're very watchful, maybe a little bit nervous around them, like you have an underlying nervousness to you. But like I said before, you are very confident. So if you were a little nervous, you would be like comfortable in your nervousness, if that makes sense. Like you wouldn't let it stop you from doing what you wanted to do, saying what you wanted to say, or from looking beautiful, from looking confident. You're like, so those two things can coexist. People are dynamic, and I already said that they think that you're dynamic, and I feel that also that this talking about, your person watching you, because they already said, I'm tired of just watching you online, I need to make a move. So thinking about making a move, thinking about communicating, starting something new with you, entering a new cycle with you. They also just think that you're very smart, eager to learn, quick-witted. You could banter with them, like, they tease you a little bit, you tease them, or something like that. Like you're just very smart, you hold your own. You could look younger than you are. Like I said, you probably have really good skin, a great complexion. Even if you're older, your skin is supple, like you take good care of it, you have a good skin routine, you got good genes, whatever the case may be. And you do look like healthy. And you have an eagerness and a youthfulness to them, that they notice, and that very little gets past you. So even if you are looking like you're not paying attention and you're above it all in your own little world, on your own cloud nine, because they kind of feel like, you really like this person, in some case are in love with their friend, but that you really like them, but you can come across as aloof or hard to get, but there's this sense that you still know what's going on, like you're not an airhead. You still know what's going on. You're mentally sharp. Maybe you're a little bit impulsive at times, but you know how to communicate. You can hold your own in like a debate or an argument, or even just a conversation. Like, also, you could talk with your hands a lot. You could have a very expressive friend. Some of you could have an expressive friend that for some reason is coming up. But I meant to say a very expressive facial features, body movements, behaviors, that feel like, animated and like theatrical in some senses, in some ways, right? Getting Scorpio fire energy right now, again, Aries, as well as Leo. Like you might be on the stage, it could be a hobby, or they think like you're an actress or a movie star or something. Like they could be like, wow, why aren't you a movie star? You're so attractive, you're so animated, even if you're not, if you like legitimately, honestly are not that attractive, there's something about you that I'm hearing alluring. So maybe watch group 1 as well, but something about you that's very charismatic and expressive and just different, from the ordinary Joes and Janes. So they see you as being excited about this relationship, if you're in a relationship with them, with their friend, but just like eager in general, enthusiastic, having that energy, but definitely no dummy. A good critical thinker, somebody that likes to explore deeper topics, or just you're a knowledge seeker with this energy, and you have a lot of ideas, and maybe you still have a lot to learn. Like they could see you as, like, even on topics where you don't know the topic very well, but you still know enough to ask questions. But also I think that sometimes they think that, you know, maybe you think you know more than you do in some cases, but you're willing to learn. Like, you're willing to learn, you're wanting to learn. So if somebody else has more information or more understanding of something, you're not afraid to be the student in that moment and like really take in what they're saying to learn from that. Okay, so where do they think this is going? Group three's person's friends. Where do they think group three's relationship with their friend is going? Okay. Now, they think that there's going to be an emotional new beginning in the relationship. That if there hasn't been peace in the relationship, that peace will return. I am getting the feeling that there has been loss or disappointment in this relationship. Somebody could be overly negative about something, take things like to heart really easily. I don't really feel like it's you. I feel like it's your person, because they talk about wanting to be better for you and like kind of putting themselves down or criticizing themselves to say, you know, I need to stop doing X, Y, and Z, and I need to make a move, and I need to, like, I don't have enough confidence to, you know, to text or reach out to this person sober or without a lot of help. You know, I need help to do that. Like, I don't feel like I can really do that. So I think there has been disappointment. So I feel like, you know, whether you've seen it or not, it's on your person's side. Even if you were disappointed in the past, like, they didn't see that. They just see that. I feel like their person has felt very disappointed, and that there is going to be a new beginning in this relationship, or just like turning over a new leaf in this relationship. So it does feel like this is, for most of you, going to be with your person of interest, because sometimes when we see the Ace of Cups here, it can mean that, you know, they think that you're going to start over with someone new, or their friend's going to start over with someone new. I do feel like they think that, you know, there are going to be some more disappointments. I'm going to be honest. They do kind of, you know, see that. But they also see turning over a new leaf within this relationship. And, you know, there being a lot of potential here. So you could have a child with this person, or they could perceive you as someone that will do so. Probably a little girl, but not necessarily. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what was I saying? Yeah. That I feel like this is a new beginning. They see you guys having a new beginning here, however that looks for your particular situation. And they look at it as being very positive. This could be a newer connection, or even if it's an older connection, you know, they see a new beginning here. It being very emotional. I think they said something to do with children, perhaps. And for, you know, some of you, it can mean that, like, say you've been together for a long time. Some of you have been with that world energy, okay? And maybe you're both trying to figure it out based on that earlier message of needing to fix something or make a move. You're both trying to figure it out. So in that sense, it does feel like a newer connection, or something that's ended and then like needs to restart, you know, something that never really got off the ground, or it did, or it's run its course. But either way, even if it's a longer connection, you know, that's how they feel, or that's what they see. The friends see it this way. And but they could also, some of them, see that maybe this relationship's not developing. Because say you've been together for years, but you're still, you know, at the page of swords and the Ace of Cups, like the beginning of a cycle. So it's not moving forward. So take it how it resonates. Could resonate that way. But mostly I'm taking that that this is something that has really the seeds for a very traditional romance. Like, if it hasn't been so romantic or something like that, you know, I see that it becoming better, being more romantic, okay? That does go along with a sort of Aladdin Jasmine energy of him being rough around the edges, not really knowing how to handle her, and then towards the middle and the end of the movie, you know, it's a lot more romantic, and he's learning her and he's becoming better. So it is about improving, right? So they see that happening here, and that, you know, it's a very, you know, just positive. Like, also can be, if you guys haven't been physical in a while, they see, you know, their friend getting lucky. Okay, you got to throw that out there because it's here. And it's like, regardless of anything that's happened, that, you know, their friend's going to get their wish come true, and that wish come true is you. This person could very well want to marry you and deepen that connection, that commitment between the two of you. I'm not really seeing anything too concerning here, in terms of how their friends view you. I think, maybe there's some current concern with some of their friends, or there will be concern that your person actually likes you or loves you more than you love or care for them, whether it's true or not. This is their perspective for some of you. They think that but if you don't love this person, or if they don't know if you do, they definitely will in the future. Like, they feel like that's the direction it's going in. Others of you with the world energy and her looking so blissful and happy, this person, like the friends, think that you are blissful and happy with their friend, and that you do love him a lot, or her, but mostly for those watching, yeah, him. So yeah, they do. Like, for some of you, reading for a lot of different people, you'll know if the message is right for you because it'll resonate. If it's confusing, it's not your message, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to be honest, the Ace of Cups and the outcome is very positive. It's exciting. They see it getting more exciting between the two of you in some cases. A lot of cases, this meaning that, you're each other's wish fulfillment, and or their friend is going to have their wish fulfillment, their wish come true, that things are starting up again, that it's going to get a lot more romantic. This is this energy of kind of being on cloud nine, right? Everything they do is perfect. But also there's this need, to keep your head on straight. So they might be advising their friend, don't get carried away, don't wear those rose-colored glasses too much. And maybe they would even say that to you. Like, one of the friends could be the type that would, be your friend as well and take you aside, even if it's like a female friend, or like a male friend's girlfriend. How you come around and you're around your man's friends, and then their friends bring their partner. So even like somebody take them aside. Like, I'm getting that scene from Top Gun where Meg Ryan's character takes Maverick aside, and no, not Maverick, takes his girlfriend aside and basically says, that boy's off the market. He is 100% in love with you. So that could be something that's being said as well. Okay. So also, I'm getting an older person coming in and talking to you and being like, don't get too carried away. You want to ask yourself how much you like or love this person. Don't let it just be all about them. But I think it will be hard to feel that way in the future here, because you are going to love them so much. If you don't already, you're going to even love them more if you do already. And they're going to make you feel so good on cloud nine, the star of their life. So their wife, their husband, it really is going in that direction for some of you. And so somebody's advice, may fall on deaf ears. They might give you that advice, but you're not going to necessarily listen. But it's always important to remember that. I think people get swept up and they stop caring about what they think and feel, and start just, worrying about, what does this person think? What does this person think? How do they feel? How do they feel? And like what do they need? What do they want? And that's good to care about your partner, but you should always love and care for yourself first. That's just a fact of life. But this is what I'm getting for you guys. It looks very positive for you, and I'm going to get you a card from this deck. And if this is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. It supports the channel and helps to keep me coming back to do more readings for you. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. You can get a video recorded reading from me. Also, there is the link for $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. You can do that as well. That's another way to support the channel, by the way. So, for group 3, how does their person's friends view the relationship, and what else does group 3 need to know? Exactly. What did I say? Meow. Yeah, we've got that at the bottom of the deck. So cats could have some resonance, or you could be the type that role plays, especially in the bedroom, sexy type, or dresses up sexy for Halloween. At the time of this recording, Halloween's around the corner, but it's about having fun and then trying to fit in and modeling yourself after others. But you're really a free spirit if you're resonating with the world. I mean, you're grounded, but you're also your own person. So I think that's another reminder and backup to say, you don't have to be like other people. You don't have to lose your individuality, and all of that stuff, and keep that paramount in your mind. Make sure you're not doing that. But you're according to your person's friends, like this is paradise on earth, like this is headed towards happiness, or the relationship already is happy for those in a relationship with this person or talking to them. Like they see it as, you know, being something that's helping them grow. Like your person said earlier, I need to make a move, I need to be a better person. So they're saying this as being joyful, playful, like coming together as one and enjoying each other. So that's what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, group 3. I hope that was helpful. I intend you got a lot out of the reading, and if you'd like a private reading again, all that information is below the video in the description box, and I will talk to you next time.